Actually, we are running a couple minutes behind. Sorry about that. But it is time for at the close. I've got Joel here. We've got his charts, and I'll be honest with you guys. I don't know what's happening. I don't even know. Like simultaneously, nothing matters, and yet everything matters. Every little headline is enough to move the market, but I don't know. We'll talk about charts. We'll take questions from the chat, and we'll just hang out. We have 28 minutes until the closing bell, so let's do at the close. It's starting right now. All right, it is time for pre-market prep at the close.
3 consecutive highs, opened, matched yesterday's low, and then once it took out there, that's all the breakout momentum traders needed.
All right, Joel, how are we doing out there? I don't know which way. I don't know what to make of anything. I just want to close my eyes.
I think this is a good day. I mean, I think it overall, in my jaded view of the world, not bad, not bad. Let's see, what do we got going on here? We are down. Let's call it 11 handles at 43.98. Did hit the pre-market high, and we just missed the pre-market low. 641 million to the buy side. That doesn't mean much. But where did we open? We opened this morning session at 0275, and here we are at 4400. So I think the fact that we did get an interest rate hike of half a basis point, and we didn't go to war today. I guess those are bullish signs for the market. Moving up, new low for the week, but I've seen or new low from last week, but I've seen that trick before. So we'll see what happens. See if the spoons can close over 4,400. Crude all over the place. Now up $1.92 in the after hours, 95.02. Gold, which Mitch has been talking about for a while here, and I've been owning forever. That's up $31.30, 1873.40. Haven't sniffed 1900 in a while. Silver, that's in the green by 52 cents at 23.89. Bitcoin flat at 42,355. Ethereum just down $22 at 28.97. That's a rundown of your cryptocurrency futures as well as some other futures that have an impact on the market, that's for sure. Back over 4,400, folks. Headed in the last 25 minutes, the bulls are not going down without a fight.
I don't even know what to. I don't even know what to talk about right now, Joel. We should probably just pull up the S&P futures or the SPY and just do nothing.
And I just quote it the whole time.
Quote it
and a half and a half and a half.
I don't even know what, like, the largest candle of the day. The two largest candles of the day. The one at 7:30 was the headline out of from the Russians that like there's a path forward for peace, and then the second largest candle of the day was 5 hours later when a satellite image apparently showed the Russian troops advancing or something like that. What are we even doing here, Joel? What are we even doing here?
You know what? You know why they did? Why there was no troop movement last night?
They're watching the game.
Yeah, they're watching the Super Bowl. They
Okay.
did not want to do it during the Super Bowl. They didn't want to miss that halftime show. I don't know. You hear some talks about, negotiations moving forward, and then you hear things like this. Uh, I don't know what to say on the political front, man. I mean, the attack didn't come over the week. Like I said, the attack didn't come over the weekend or the invasion, and they didn't raise interest rates today. So those are two, I guess, pretty bullish factors here, and the market's trying to rebound.
I've actually heard nothing outside of the Bullard interview from this morning. I haven't heard anything about the Fed and about that meeting. So looks like I jumped the gun a little bit when I thought on Friday, oh, we're gonna get a rate hike on Monday.
No, you weren't the only one.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a. We obviously didn't listen to Bullard because we were doing the show, and also you got I'm of the opinion here that interest rates they're going to go up a little bit, but still a lot. I think a lot of money's going into this market. I think there's a lot of money in the sidelines. So when you get these kind of dips here, I mean, really, are you going to be pulling your money out of your stocks to buy interest rate bearing, instruments? I don't know. I
I
don't
mean,
see that happening.
some people are doing that.
For what? 2%? You want 2%? I guess it's better
It's
than
better than
losing.
0%, but it's not as if I don't know. It's not as if like a rate hike. It's not as if like yeah, like that trickles down to the bond market, but it's not as if that trickles down to like the interest in your savings account, right? So um
Hey, Chill Monkey says a great day for Asana. What's going on with
no,
Asana?
Joel, every day it's not just Asana. You can also look at MNDY. They're the same business. I don't know. Massive insider buying. The CEO is bought
Yeah, that guy's crazy. Is
a
how much
gajillion.
is
He's bought a gajillion number of shares in the last 6 months or 12 months. I don't know. We use it. We've used Asana at Benzinga for years. Frankly, as a product, I don't really know what makes it special.
I hate it.
I know you do. I don't know what is so good about this company. And same goes for Monday, MNDY. I don't know. They, as far as I'm concerned, they all do the same thing. So I don't know. I really don't. I don't get it. But
All right. Quick question here, and maybe Mitch will hop in with the answer before you. What am I looking at in this Asana chart? What am I looking at?
to make my chart, my screen a little bigger, I'm assuming. Well, there's a few things, but I'm gonna look at the double bottom on the monthly or the series of lows on the daily.
What about on the upside?
Oh, you got a double top here on the daily.
Look at this. I call it
Oh, a
the
triple top.
trip.
Triple top.
Yeah, with a one just under that. So don't know what's going to happen, but man, this one. Let's see. What was the high this day? That high was 70.59. Then you had a high at 69.76. Today 69.84. You look like you're going to close in the upper portion of the range. Not huge volume, so I don't know, folks. Keep listen. I'm going to go with 70. If they can push this through 70, then I'm not worried about the 70.59. What I've been saying is, man, that's 70. That's a big level. Asana, you got a cap on Asana, but over 70, watch out, bears. This thing could really rip.
Oh, this is interesting. I just noticed this today. I haven't spent a lot of time looking at any gainers and losers because who's interested in that stuff when the market is as sensitive as it is to the most seemingly random headlines. But if you look at Avis budget, Joel, they report tonight. Tonight, they hadn't reported yet, and it's up 8.5% today into the report.
Because everyone remembers what happened last time, right?
Well, actually, what? Oh yeah. Oh, that actually was the last time, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I forgot that was earnings. I mean,
And
yeah,
that's
but I guess I didn't realize that was the last go around.
yep, and that was it. That was crazy. That was just a market structure, failing us there. You actually undercut the low from that month. It will be thick. I mean, if it's not going to repeat that move to under 550. But what I would say that if you can get this over the January, I'd say you got room up to 213.40. That was your Jan high, and then things really open up. What was your year end close? I'm sure a lot of people now year end close 207.37, so everyone's underwater from that point on. But 213.40, I'm just not sure what's going. I mean that might have been a one-time wonder there, with
I
that,
I
if
think that's
everyone could
fair to say. Never say never, but I mean, I'm reasonably confident that car ain't going back to $500
I
any
don't think so either.
anytime soon. Never say never.
Okay.
But yeah, whatever. So drop your tickers in the chat. We can spend a few minutes at the end of this show here just talking about whatever you
What's
guys
Z
want to talk
doing? Someone mentioned Z.
about.
Oh, look at that. Continuation move off their earnings, even though you got a red bar off that. That's not bad. Z traders, Z and ZG.
Mm,
Folks, red alert 65. Keep an eye on that. Nothing exactly there, but that splits the December and January highs. So 65, that's my monthly level for Zillow Group. If you look at Zillow, you got to look at Open. Open's quiet, finding support at 10. If you look at Open and Zillow, you got to look at Redfin.
That's it.
Here we go. Oh, look at that one. But that's weird. That's acting strange today. Now this is near the lows of the session, 29.46, trading 30.13. But man, this is just simple technical analysis for this one. But this one I'll give it a little bit high. I'd say you got to say your target, your seller's been 31.50. Last four highs all encompassed between 31.38 and 31.71. Split that 31.50, 5-star resistance for Redfin Group.
I don't remember seeing any commercials last night for Zillow or Redfin or Open Door. I would have thought I would. As a reminder, tomorrow represents the deadline for the 13F filing period for the fourth quarter.
I got to get that in.
So I imagine, if not tomorrow, certainly Wednesday, we will be discussing, what stocks Warren Buffett bought and sold last quarter. And you will see a couple of these trickle in throughout the day. There's a very easy way to keep track in Benzinga Pro. You just go to a news feed and you just do a keyword search for 13F, because we're gonna include the term 13F in every headline, so you can see there really haven't been many. There's one today from Tiger Global, but you'll see a lot more after the close today and after the close tomorrow for sure. So just a reminder.
Yeah, just remember, folks, this was a price action that took place during the preceding quarter. So if you think you're duplicating what Warren Buffett did, you're not, because he did it. And I'm hanging my hat on this one. I'll never make a 13F prediction ever again.
You're saying that he sold some Apple.
He sold some Apple. Just to rebalance the portfolio. That's really the only thing that we'll see. That's the only thing that I have a feeling on, and that really doesn't make any difference. I mean,
and he would sell because it's ballooned to take up an inordinate amount in his portfolio. So you're thinking, oh, Warren Buffett, he's a pretty reasonable capital allocator. He's diverse. He doesn't want Apple to take up too much of his portfolio. So we'll see.
I agree.
What else did I want to mention? We do have on the earnings front. Where's my graphic? There we go. We had Avis Budget. We have Advanced Auto Parts tonight. Tomorrow morning, Marriott is interesting, and that's pretty much it as far as tomorrow morning is concerned. So not much in the way of earnings for the first half of the week. The last half of the week, though, has a lot of big names. So we'll definitely be attuned to that.
For your Marriott traders, yeah. I mean, I'm just going to call 177. You got two highs, 76.52, 76.48, and 77.23 is actually the all-time high. And the all-time closing high is 174.68. So, boy, look at this. I mean, we've had a choppy market, but this thing has been up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 to 7. This thing's been up 7 out of 8 days. Street leaning bullish into the report. Let's see if they disappoint or not.
Yeah. No, Dion. No news from the Fed. And this is my indicator. I mentioned this on Friday. I think the most searched ticker on Benzinga Pro is SPY for like the second or third day in a row. That's going to be my indicator for how nothing matters right now except for whatever comes out of Ukraine and whatever comes out of the Fed. That is all that really matters. We can talk individual stocks till our heart is content, but backseat. While we have macro question marks in the air. So that being said, we are halfway through this stream. If you guys want to drop some tickers for us, we can give us our opinions. We can give you our opinions on whatever's on your mind as far as individual names are concerned. Even though I'm not watching anything specific, frankly. Although I did have my eyes on the gambling stocks today because I was sure we were going to get some headlines as far as what the handle was for last night or for the whole weekend. And I saw some headlines out of New York. I saw that New York, which only legalized or only opened sports betting a month ago or so, they saw $2 billion in just mobile wagers, just mobile, in the first 30 days. But I haven't seen anything as it pertains specifically to the Super Bowl. Still, though, I would have thought you would get a slew of positive headlines today as it relates to sports betting, and maybe it comes through in the stock, but that's not what's happening.
How about the guy that's 4.5 mil lighter for betting a money line on Cincinnati? Remember we read that? Was
Yeah.
that I reading that with you?
I saw a few things that were
4.5 mil on the money line to make what 3-1, 2-1. He
yeah.
ends up a loser, and they ended up covering. Folks, this is not investment or gambling advice, but man, those money lines, they're tough. They're nice when you hit, but or if, at least he could have put, you know, if he's going 4.5 million, and you, why
Oh
don't why
no!
why
Wait,
why don't you
wait.
why don't you go 2.5 in, or 2.25 on with the spread, and then 2.25 on the money line, so at least you don't look like a goofball. That's too bad.
Apparently, I didn't follow this. Mattress. Do you know who Mattress Mac is, Joel?
No.
He's that guy in where is he from? Somewhere in Texas. I forget where. He owns a mattress store, and every year he puts these incredible bets on, where he promises like a crazy sale. Oh, Houston, thank you, Bill.
Maybe that was the guy.
He promises some crazy sale if something happens. He lost 9.5 million. Oh, poor Mattress Mac. Yeah, he owns Gallery Furniture is the name of his company. And,
This
and
is the guy I think we were talking about.
oh, was it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Poor Mattress Mac. Oh man. Anyway,
I
um,
bet you he sleeps on that one before he does that again.
hey, I don't have my I don't know. Oh, my
All right, what
soundboard
do we got?
plugged in.
What do we
So,
got? What do we got?
somebody asked about PayPal. Yeah, like okay. At a certain point, seriously, at a certain point, you have to assume, you have to think capitulation, but like there are some stocks that really have stopped going down, like DraftKings has stopped going down, right, in the last couple of weeks. PayPal has not stopped going down. It made a new low this morning or yesterday, or yeah, today.
I don't know.
Like it's
But
not.
you know what? I'll say that it's it might be a green bar today though, because of just
Yeah.
based on the open and the close, right? Let's see what we got on the open and the close. 1362 open, and you're at 1399, so that's a little something positive. Another man steps down sellers again from 120.89 down to 116.63. If I wanted to own this, I maybe would just put it, like, if you would have used this strategy yesterday, I'm going to put a buy stop at 120.89. You would have never gotten long. Today or tomorrow, if you put a buy stop in at 116.63, you may never get long again either. So those highs are really coming down. I think they're mopping someone up. What do we got on the monthlies? Nah, it's below this monthly low, 119.43. I don't know. Double
Okay. So
digits.
wait, my question for you is, where were we pre-COVID? We were at 125 ish. So we're below that. We're below where we
Yeah.
were pre-COVID.
Man, they hate that pay, because look at its buddy. Look
What?
at its
What?
square.
Where? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, that's what I said. Some stocks, for the moment at least, have stopped going down, like Square.
Yeah. And you got a buyer stepping up at 107 in Square. I would have told you that even before the open today if you would have asked me. 107.30, 106.87. You went to 106.63 today. And now you're bouncing. Boom, boom with this one. I say 120 could catch a pop, but that's it. Square looking a heck of a lot better than PayPal.
No kidding. It's just brutal. It's brutal out there. It's brutal. Okay, a few more tickers from the chat. Sure, Brad. We can look at American Airlines.
Oh yeah, I love the flying it
How
shows.
is American doing today? Well, the airlines all moved together. So if you
Mm,
look at one, you're looking at all of them. What's the difference?
I wish you would have asked me a couple days ago. I would have said 19, 19, 19, 19. Now I just don't have as much confidence to say, two lows in the same area, a little bit of pressure. I don't know. I'd I'd wait for maybe for 17. Looks like it's just paused a little bit today. You took out the previous day's low. Haven't heard much on the COVID front, but
No, Joe, we were talking about that on Benzinga Live today. I had not looked at a graph of the daily new cases probably since like November, December, and we had that massive spike, right?
yeah.
We had that Omicron spike. We've come all the way back down, all the way back down. We're there are fewer new cases now than there were in January of last year.
And who kind of predicted that? I mean, we talked about that. I mean, with that, that variant, but we got other things to worry about, right? We got a war and interest rates to worry about.
There's
As
always going to be something.
okay,
Joel, I feel like you and I should just do a show called "Close Your Eyes and Buy." We were just
or
close.
close your eyes and short. No, one or the other. Balance your portfolio. Balance your portfolio.
Um,
We can't hold 4,400. We keep sticking our head above there, and then they go whack, and then they knock it back down. So,
wow,
down 17 handles.
Oil just hit 95. Oil just hit
N-
95.
Yeah, it's actually was higher. 95.82
Yeah,
has been high. I mean, what's stopping it from going to 100 or even
nothing.
over 100, right?
I don't even know where. I remember when oil was negative. That was a fun day. Um, anyway,
We were just talking about that. What
yeah.
else we got?
All right, couple more tickers for a couple more minutes. Let's look at somebody asked about was it Nvidia? I think it was Nvidia. It was probably Nvidia. Yeah, because they report on Thursday, I think. Um,
I'll tell you right now, it's just a streaky stock, and I know this because I tracking the big components. It hasn't been as streaky lately, but man, it's just look at Listen, what do we got here on the dailies? Two. I'm gonna call 238 your number, because you got a couple highs above it, a couple below it. But the last two, I'd longer term, 238, parallels 37.73 from Friday, 37.55 from today.
let's look at. I just had one. Someone just dropped it in the chat, and now I lost it because it's moving so fast. It wasn't AMD because we just looked at Nvidia. It was
Back over 4,400, just like that. You blink, folks, and boom.
oh I guess yeah, BNTX is what I saw, right?
Oh,
BNTX.
it's getting smoked,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's not just BNTX though, Joel. It's Moderna. Look at Moderna today, right? I mean,
Yeah.
not it's like they fell off a cliff off the open.
Wow, Moderna's a bit. What about Pfizer?
Same. It had to bounce a little bit.
That was earnings, man. That gave you the
Oh,
earnings tell
goodness.
there. Wow.
Brutal trade.
Yeah, we just talked about the cases going lower. I mean, right there, right? I mean, direct correlation, and some of them didn't even have a vaccine, right?
No,
They did.
they all had.
Which one was it Novavax that was trying to still develop one?
Yeah, whatever happened with the no? That might be approved in other countries. It's not approved in the U.S., but that might be approved. I'm not sure elsewhere.
NVAX. Oh,
Yeah.
that's down 10 sticks.
Oh,
Oh boy.
it's
Oh
tough.
boy.
Anyway, like I don't know. The S&Ps are just going back and forth.
Yeah, 4,400 seems to be a stickling point. Where we get there in that last pop. Just above it. A little bit of a trading range, a big trading range here. I guess 43 under 43.90. You're finding buyers, and over 4,400. You're finding sellers here. Going to the final 3 minutes of the session.
Yeah, I mean some strength today. Relative strength is in the what the XLY, right? So you have some strength there. Looking at my heat map, and where else do you see strength? Communication services, XLC, up today. So you got. Oh, I'm sorry. That's yeah. So communication services and consumer discretionary, both green. Everything else is red. Um, it's so weird. It's so weird how like the energy could be down today. The XLE is down 2%, and the price of oil is up 2%. I know you always say just you want to buy oil, but
Yeah, that's a good
it's
example.
it's
But keep an eye on 68 if you're an XLE trader.
yeah.
Pay a lot of attention to 68. That's a good. That just popped out to me.
Yeah,
Is it? That was
Jay Rice. I swear I didn't see your comment until just now, but he saw the same thing I just looked at, which is yeah, very weird divergence there. All right, we got a minute and a half left in the
okay.
day. Let's look at we'll do a couple more. We can look at CCL, sure. Why not?
Carnival Cruise Lines, boy, leading on the low of the day, 20, what's the low? What's the current low? Looks like you got some more follow through on the downside here. 21.27 was your low from yesterday, or excuse me, today. Way through that 21.99 low. Tomorrow, I think resistance steps down to 22 because your close was 22.04. And if you're waiting patiently to re-enter this on the long side, whew, there's not much there. Really not. I mean, 21.47 was a low. So if it hangs in there early tomorrow, you could look at that as an area of support, but nothing at 21, nothing at 20.50. Your next daily low comes in at 20.11.
All right, we have finally made it to the end of this session. Look at the
Ron John makes a good point about crude oil. I mean, that can't be that can't be good unless they're hedging up,
yeah,
right?
I suppose you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yep.
You're right.
Yep.
I can't tell. Maybe it's because I'm zoomed in, but I was going to say like the size of the yeah, it's because I was zoomed in, but the size of the candles in the 15-minute look larger than usual. Maybe that's just maybe they're not. Maybe that
I was talking with another buddy, and
yeah.
and just observing like the last. I mean, unless you catch you're having a trend day, and then you hit the last hour, and they just trend it in, buy, 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 or you get a start, or else you get a big reversal. Like you're up all day, boom, 305, people come in. I mean, unless you get those, man, this thing is this last half hour and 45 minutes. You're just like throwing darts at a wall. But that's it, folks.
Mhm.
That's all for today. Not as good as day as it could have been. New low for the week. That's not good. But we'll see what happens. See what news we get overnight.
Wait a minute, just real fast before you go. MNST Monster
Yes.
and Constellation. Look at MNST just now.
I'm looking. I'm looking.
Monster and Constellation merger rumor.
Well, they're going with it. And let's see here. Let's see what we can get the price action in this. I mean, it's just a rumor, and it looks like it's got some legs. For me, this rumor, if I had, one target would be, I'll give you a region, 94.36.
Wow.
Let's call it up to 95. Let's see if they get it to 90. And it doesn't even, that looks like it turned already
Wow.
over too. So, okay,
One
Spence, good
face.
job. I will be back in the morning.
We'll see you guys tomorrow. Smash that like button and Money Mitch live at 4:30. See you guys over there. Have a great rest of your day.